All right, let's continue on. Part 2 of our Q&A with Crude Brothers. Is Nick a gamer, and does he have any hobbies?
Yes, I am a gamer, and I just got a new Xbox One, and I actually play a lot on there, and like Destiny, Diablo, Minecraft. Let's see here. You know, some other games like Madden, basketball, just a bunch of different games.
Yeah, we just got NBA Live 2015 today.
Yeah.
And we play a lot of stuff. I'm a gamer too. We play a lot of things.
And last night, we were playing Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah.
In the dark, and we were freaking out.
That's a funny game. Yeah, and it's extra effective to play it in the dark.
This like bear tries to kill you from a Chuck E. Cheese's or like a Chuck E. Cheese's kind of place.
Yeah, it's fun. And that's a real popular game now. A lot of people probably know it. I've played a lot of games over the years. I used to play on the PC quite a bit. That was a question in here. Do we prefer PC or console? These days, more probably console with Xbox One, but I used to play a lot of like Heroes of Might and Magic, and I love Pinball Arcade on the iPad. So, what is the craziest thing, good or bad, you've ever had? Craziest, I assume spicy food.
What the craziest good and bad thing I ever had?
Good or bad?
Craziest good thing or bad thing? Craziest bad thing was probably the source, and the craziest good thing was, that I don't know.
Yeah, the source. Well, for me, yeah, also the hottest, Carolina Reaper was pretty crazy. That was pushing the envelope of what, where you're like, wow, where is this gonna peak out? Where is this gonna stop? That was stunningly hot, twice as hot as a ghost pepper. That one shocked us. Bad. Well, for me, it was eating a pound of butter in the Paleo Dad. That's another question. Like, what was the hardest challenge you've done? For me, that was eating a pound of butter in the Paleo Dad.
Well, the hardest challenge for me was the brain strain, and the easiest challenge was, to be honest, it was probably one of those little mini hot sauce things. Probably the tablespoon of Tabasco Buffalo. That was probably the easiest. That
was pretty early on. Okay, how come the kid always handles the food so well? Does he get a modified version of the food? Yeah, two parts. No, so how come he handles it so well? I think Nick has a really strong innate ability to stay calm under pressure. I'm always blown away by how mellow he stays, where I will get agitated, get hiccups. He's the same way with a lot of things. He's that way at Six Flags on roller coasters. He would ride a roller coaster that was 400 miles an hour and drop 4,000 feet out of the sky. He'd make a fantastic fighter pilot.
If only I had 20/20 vision.
Yeah, and I think that's part of it. Does he get a modified version of the food? No, he is the same thing. Whenever we're doing a challenge or we're testing something out.
You just gotta learn to ignore the pain, where you just gotta go with it, and then, like, even though it's burning in your mouth, try not to show it. That's what I like to do.
Yeah, I think he's very good at the psychology of it. There's a lot of psychology to the super hot peppers. They really don't do anything to you physically. I mean, they heat up your mouth, but they're healthy for you. If you're just eating one pepper in moderation, they're very healthy for you. But psychologically, especially like when you eat the Carolina Reaper, your brain, or the source, your brain doesn't know what to do with it. One drop of the source on your tongue, that isn't going to do anything to you, especially if you have a full stomach of healthy food. But your brain, there's something, so I think Nick's strength is just being able to, I don't know, just chill. A lot better than me. And it's kind of like he has no fear of heights. Also, too, someone asked about his hobbies. He is, and he's, didn't talk about much, but he's almost a black belt in martial arts. So that's another one of his hobbies. Whose idea was it to create the YouTube channel?
Mine.
It was, yeah. And I bought him a camcorder last October, maybe? Or no, it was right around Thanksgiving because Mom was shopping, and then yeah, we talked a couple times, and I think I told you no a couple times about being on YouTube, and
Yeah.
I wasn't really keen on the idea
Of showing my face off to the world.
Yeah, just I didn't know what to think of it, and initially it was just kind of like I don't know if that would be that great of an
And
idea.
just showing my identity and well,
His secret identity.
as long as I don't say my full last name, I think I'm gonna be good.
Generally, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see here. How long did the Carolina Reaper affect you after you ate it?
About 30 minutes to half an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, wait, I said that wrong. About 30 minutes to an hour. I said 30 minutes to a half an hour.
Yeah, and for me, maybe an hour, like the burning you could feel in the mouth. And then for me, I'd say for about 2 days, I could feel the remnants in my mouth, just the numbness from the pepper being there. Almost like the ghost of the pepper was still hanging out. It was strange. It leads us into the next question. Do you guys ever have problems going to the bathroom after eating all that hot stuff? And really, the Reaper was the only one that was bad the next day, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, significantly, where we had the burn. And then the follow-up question is, how do you avoid this? We do a lot of preparation before we eat really spicy food, so we have it down now to we eat a particular, bulky meal to fill up the stomach, healthy food. It could be like, grilled chicken, white rice, fish, those types of things, maybe burgers without the bun, whatever, and then we fill up, and that really helps to dilute. And then then the next day isn't that bad. Believe it or not, and I'm sure a lot of people don't believe us when we say this, but the ghost pepper wasn't bad the next day. The Maruga scorpion wasn't bad the next day. In fact,
even the brain strain wasn't bad the next day.
No. In fact, this will seem strange. This will sound strange, but our goal every time we have a video is to not get a stomach ache, not feel bad, definitely not get sick, and not feel bad the next day. So there are a lot of extreme channels, and because of Nick's age, we don't do this. But there's extreme channels where there's vomit alerts, or people throwing up, or people in pain, or and the assumption that you get the burn the next day, it really isn't true. If you eat in moderation and you have a full stomach and you drink adequate water, you should feel, spicy food should make you feel good, not the other way around. Stomach ache is the number one litmus as to whether you've overdone it with spicy foods. If you get a stomach ache, you overdid it. And everyone's different, but for your tolerance level, it shouldn't make you feel terrible. That's definitely a misconception about spicy foods and the type of things that we do. So even when we go seemingly wild with it, we're still trying to, feel good and not be thrown off the cliff. We'd be starting a gaming channel or a second channel. You can answer this one.
I was starting a gaming channel a few months ago and I made a few videos, but I decided to quit the gaming channel because I wanted to just have fun playing the games without having to make videos. Plus, I just wanted to focus on the regular channel.
It's a lot more time consuming than someone might think. Having a channel, and that was a good move, and it really is our. And we get into the main channel so much, it really is like our weekly.
Yeah, I just want more free time.
Yeah, and as it is, it's like we're having our morning meeting every day. When we're eating breakfast and putting hot sauce on our eggs and talking about whatever we're gonna do next.
Whatever video we're going to do next.
Yeah, so second channel too, to answer that question, no, we wouldn't have time for a second channel between school and work, and it's challenging enough as it is. How often do you eat spicy food? I answered that a little bit. It really is every day, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty much every day.
Yeah, and not extreme, super hot stuff, but I mean, this morning, what did I have? I had, red Savina, pure red Savina habanero dumped all over my eggs, and then he laughs at me because I tend to go more extreme at breakfast, and he does a lot more Cholula and Tabasco and.
Yeah, just because usually for some reason just because I don't know if this happens to you guys, but usually when I wake up in the morning how you get really tired and then your eyes start to water just because you're tired, and when you look up at a light, it seems brighter just because you just woken up. That's why my eyes water a lot more.
You're just not in the mood when it's real early in the morning.
I'm more in the mood like in the afternoon than in the morning. Way more extreme.
And most days I don't go like really extreme, but when we go to restaurants, I mean our eating out schedule. If we eat out, it's hot wings, Mexican food. If we go to a restaurant, he's always looking for the hottest thing on the menu. The night of when we ate the 7-pot brain strain, so you watch that video, not only did we not eat anything or drink anything during that video, literally, and felt great afterwards, but 2 hours later, he was like, hey, let's go to our favorite Mexican restaurant. And then on the night that we ate the Carolina Reaper, we went out to a midnight movie showing of the X-Men film. We get into it. We're always eating spicy foods. Would you guys ever stop what you're doing? This has come up a number of times, that question.
Generally, probably not. We're gonna keep it going for as long as possible.
As long as he's interested, I'm interested, and as long as you're watching, we love it. When he goes to college,
he'll take over the channel.
Yeah.
And then when I come home for like Christmas break or summer break, we'll make lots of videos together. We'll make more than we are right now. Even one, because we'll be more tolerated. Two, because it'll make up for the time that we didn't make videos together.
And that could be now. I mean, a lot can change. Interests change. A year from now, he might not want to do it at all. Who knows? Kids change a lot. But yeah, that'd be kind of fun when he comes home from college and he's an adult. When he's an adult, who knows what we'll do? It might be out of control.
Yeah. And then we'll do like say when I'm an adult, then like when we go to each other's houses, we'll do like millions of videos.
Yeah, okay.
And then one of us will take over the channel before doing videos together again.
But then you'll be like, no thanks, Dad, you're embarrassing me. Okay. What was the hardest challenge? We did that one already. The worst challenge. How do you guys come up with your ideas for the videos? Well, it's a combination of things. We're talking every morning on breakfast, like what we've got our next 30, 40, 50 ideas cooked up. We're always debating how to approach the next video, what we're going to do, what's the story behind it, how are we going to film it. And then all the suggestions, a lot of our ideas come from the suggestions from you guys, leaving us the great comments and coming up with different things you'd like us to try. Like right now we're contemplating doing the wasabi oil and hot Cheetos challenge is one of them that I know has been really tough for a couple channels. I know LA Beast got sick a couple times with that one, and it's intriguing. Not that we'll be able to do what he was able to do with that, but that's been I had never heard of that, and that was one where someone had just suggested it. And if anyone knows what is the wasabi oil, I still haven't found out that he used, but that type of thing. So it comes up, and then we contemplate, can we do it? Are we going to consider it? Is it possible?
Yeah, I'm not really I'm much of a wasabi person.
No, he's not at all. So the wasabi oil one will be really interesting because wasabi hits him harder than anything.
Yeah. Wasabi. I mean, I'm not saying I can't. I'm not saying it's impossible for me to eat it. I mean, of course. I mean, just because I react a lot to it. I still really.
It's impossible for him. No, I'm just kidding.
I still really love wasabi though.
He loves wasabi, but
every time we go out and get sushi, like we said in the last video, I always get wasabi with my sushi, and then I sometimes dip the sushi inside the wasabi.
Yeah, it's interesting.
And then I always cover up my nose because of how reacted I am to it.
It's interesting how different things affect different people different ways. Purple onions hit him really hard too, which is really bizarre.
Yeah,
anyways,
I get watery eyes when I eat purple onions.
And to part 2.
And part 2.
See you guys
later.